The story begins in the early 19th century, when offices across Europe and the United States began dealing with an increasing amount of paperwork. Before paperclips existed, people relied on pins, strings, wax seals, and ribbons to attach documents. None of these methods were particularly convenient. Pins poked fingers, wax seals broke easily, and string took too much time to tie and untie. Office workers were frustrated, but not in a dramatic or exciting way, just in a mild, daily annoyance sort of way. The first attempt at creating something similar to a paperclip appeared in the 1860s. These early designs were not made of a single looped wire. Instead, they were complex, sometimes involving multiple pieces that had to be assembled. They were not popular. Nothing much happened for several decades. In 1899, a Norwegian inventor named Johan Vaaler patented what he believed to be a clever new design: a simple, bent piece of wire that could hold papers together without puncturing them. His design was functional, but it lacked the double oval shape of the modern paperclip. Still, his invention marked a small, unexciting step forward. Around the same time, a British company called the Gem Manufacturing Company produced the first version of the paperclip we use today, the Gem Clip. It featured a smooth, double-oval shape that could easily slide over sheets of paper. The company never patented it, and no dramatic battles followed. Instead, the Gem Clip simply became more common over the years, slowly replacing pins and ribbons. By the early 1900s, office workers across Europe and America began preferring the paperclip. Sales increased, though not rapidly. There were no grand announcements or celebrations, just a gradual acceptance of a slightly more convenient tool. During World War II, Norwegian citizens symbolically wore paperclips on their clothing to show resistance against Nazi occupation. This was arguably the most interesting moment in paperclip history, though even this act was quiet and understated. After the war, the paperclip returned to its peaceful, uneventful job in offices worldwide. Throughout the 20th century, minor variations of the paperclip appeared: triangle-shaped ones, plastic-coated versions, extra-large clips, and colored clips. None of these innovations were revolutionary. Most people continued using the standard Gem Clip, the same design that had existed for decades. Today, billions of paperclips are produced each year. They sit unnoticed in drawers, offices, and school bags. No one pays much attention to them. They do not break easily, they do not cause problems, and they do not inspire excitement. They simply exist, performing a small but reliable function in everyday life. Historians rarely discuss the paperclip because its story is too simple to attract attention. It is not connected to empires, scientific revolutions, or dramatic turning points. Instead, it represents the slow and predictable progress of mundane technology, tools that make life slightly easier without anyone noticing. And that, in summary, is the entire, thoroughly uneventful, extremely ordinary, and appropriately boring history of the paperclip.